Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today it is the 23rd of April and I officially turned 29 years old today. Yay! So this time around we are headed to Vietnam. I personally have never been there, so I don't know what to expect, but we have got a flight to catch and let's go! Hi guys, so currently we are at Stats Premium Lounge. We are having our lunch here. This is my second bowl of laksa. Personally, I think that the laksa over at Plaza Premium is better, but because we're departing from Terminal 2, we do not have a Plaza Premium here, and this will have got to do for now. Hi guys, so we have boarded the plane and this time we are flying with Singapore Airlines yet again. So we paid around $178 for this flight to Hanoi for return, and this was booked during their sale last year. So really excited for the trip and let's go! Hi guys, so we have finally arrived in Hanoi and we have already taken our cab ride all the way to the old quarter. So for my birthday dinner tonight, we are going over to Pizza 4Piece and just gonna walk over from our hotel where we've already left our bags. And so we are done with day 0 of our Hanoi trip. Honestly, dinner was pretty underwhelming since a lot of the dishes which people seem to rave about, especially the burrata pizza, turned out to be just alright only. Even if you add the honey and the chili oil, the dish doesn't improve by that much more. So I wouldn't recommend going there, but to be very wary of the reviews that you have been reading online. Yes. Tomorrow,
manage your expectations.
Yes, please manage your expectations. And for tomorrow, we are going to head off early. We're going to be picked up at 7:45 to go to Halong Bay. And we're intending to get up even earlier than that so that we can go and get ourselves some breakfast. So, see you tomorrow. Yeah. Good morning. It's 7:30 in the morning and we are currently at the main lake of Hanoi. And we're gonna get our breakfast before making our way down to Halong Bay. Part of me is realizing that it's really difficult to film videos here because of the amount of stimulation you'll get. Every time I think that I know what I want to say, then someone honks and I totally forget what I wanted to say. And now there's a bell tower. Not sure if you all can hear that. Personal review of the egg coffee. I think it's a very unique beverage, but ultimately maybe not towards my liking because the proportion of the froth and also the coffee was lacking. I believe it would be better if there was a lot more coffee. So we'll give it another try at another food establishment and let's see how it goes.
Elastic hours, they expand and shrink. Memories blur faster than you think. My moment's forever, the next just a blink. In this elastic time, we sink or swim. Now seasons change so fast. Time's a river flowing queer. The future's now the past. Tick tock, the rhythm's all. Time's playing tricks again. Enjoy the minutes or in pain they never end. Elastic hours, they expand and shrink. Memories blur faster than you think. My moments
Welcome to Halong Bay's third and final cave, if I'm not wrong. So we left our hotel at 8, managed to get up the bus at 9, and it took us all the way up to I think 2 p.m. to get over here. We did stop over at a tourist trap to hopefully buy some pearls, and then after that it was time to board the cruise and come over here. Kinda loving the cave right now because of the temperature, but the sheer number of steps is making me very breathless. So I'll catch you guys later. Hi guys, welcome to our sunset cruise. So we are currently sailing all the way back to the harbour to take our 3-hour bus ride all the way back to Hanoi. There is no dinner provided, so by the time we get back to Hanoi it will already be around 9 or 9:30. So we are hoping that there will be some food establishment that will still be open so that we can get a quick bite before heading to bed. Welcome back to Hanoi! So it is around 9:30 p.m. right now. We are walking towards our dinner spot. We are going to get some traditional Vietnamese food, which is something that we have not gotten the chance to get so far. So I'm pretty excited. Let's go! And we are back in the room. So dinner was actually really good, and I didn't think that anybody could do beef noodle salad as well as they did. And I polished off both my plate and also Tanya's leftovers. Overall, it has been a really tiring day. We spent a lot of time on the bus, and also we baked in the sun and also climbed quite a few steps to get to all the caves. So I'm already feeling a little bit tired. Tomorrow we are spending most of the time in the old quarter before heading to the bus station to catch our bus to Sapa. It will be an overnight one, and this will be the second time that Tanya and I are doing overnight buses. The last time we did it was in Istanbul, heading over to Cappadocia. Good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Pew! Good morning. We are currently having our breakfast here at a bún chả place. Apparently with most Vietnamese breakfast or dishes in general, there's like thick vermicelli noodles, some salad looking like thing, and we are also getting some spring rolls as well. So there was an absolute torrential rain last night, and on our way back to the hotel we actually got most of our shoes drenched. And unfortunately today we are in slippers, which is not the most comfortable. The floor is still very wet and not as hygienic to say the least, but we will have to make do until our shoes dry, hopefully later. Hope the weather holds up today, and let's dig in. We are done with breakfast, and the verdict for breakfast was absolutely delicious. It is a very authentic place, as you all have seen from the videos before, but the meal was actually really good as the one that we had yesterday. And Tanya and I had a hard choice thinking about which one is better, so definitely recommend. We also went for some coffee, which this time we had another egg coffee, and this time was much better than the one we had yesterday. And we also had a coconut coffee, which both of us actually preferred as compared to the egg coffee. So maybe coming to think about it, maybe we don't really like egg coffee. Maybe we prefer the coconut ones or the normal ones. But so far so good. Off to a great street food start here in Hanoi. Hi guys, so right now we are right by the train street and we have finished our massage, of which honestly speaking was very good, right? Really good. I was hypothesizing that you know, because they are visually impaired, so they take a lot more effort and a lot more training. Undergone a lot more training to do it properly, and I think that I really enjoyed it. Massage. It was perhaps one of the best, if not the best, that I've ever had.
Yeah, they are really good at pressing like the right points and were very, very strong.
Yeah, definitely will recommend if you are ever in the area in Hanoi. So yeah, right now we're waiting for the train to come. Maybe give it another 1 or 2 more minutes, then it will be here.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's one random shoe shiner sitting in the middle of the track, so that's our indicator as to when the train is coming. Tanya has ordered a coffee, I've ordered a beer, and yep, we will be enjoying ourselves here.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Coffee is more expensive than the beer.
I cannot hear what you say. Yeah. Never mind. Hi guys, reporting in after an hour and a half on the bus. I would like to thank my wife for taking the empty seat behind because my legs cannot be straightened if let's say we were to share 2 seats. So I suppose we have another 4 hours or perhaps even 5 hours to go before we will arrive in Sapa. See all of you there in the morning, man. Good morning. It is like 5:30 in the morning currently here in Sapa. We just arrived about 30 minutes ago. The weather is not holding out at all. You can see it's very misty, looks exactly out of a haunted house. And there's also a light drizzle. The hotel receptionist has already mentioned that there is probably not going to be any activities that we can do this morning. So Tanya and I are just going to hold out at the hotel currently until the weather improves, and then perhaps we'll go and see what can be done. So hopefully the sun rises soon and we enjoy our adventure. So we have just finished our breakfast and it was by me. This banh mi in Sapa seems to be a little bit different, not as flavorful as the one that we had last night or even the day before. But the good thing is that it's open early and we should get breakfast. So right now we're heading to another cafe to get even more breakfast because there's nothing to do in the morning. Just eat and eat and eat. Hi guys, so currently we are at Viet Trekking Coffee. Unfortunately, the weather hasn't gotten better. It's still very misty, so we're not able to see the view that typically comes with dining here at this restaurant, which you can see the monorail and I believe some of the backdrop of the mountains as well. But no worries, it's only around 8:30 currently. Maybe later on as the day goes on, then the mist might clear and we might get the view that we want. And then it will probably be drone flying time and also a great time to get some photos for Tanya and myself. So fingers crossed, we'll see how it goes. So we are back at the hotel. Currently we are at the rooftop pool, which is an infinity pool. Pretty cool, but there's absolutely no view because the mist hasn't cleared at all. And I'm having a very itchy day because I was ravaged by like mosquitoes last night while trying to sleep. I got like I think 4 or 5 on one arm. I got 4 in a cluster on my knee, and on the other arm I have another maybe about 5 or 6 or even 7. So yeah, can't wash up because our room is not ready yet. It's only 1 o'clock. It will only be around 2 o'clock before check-in time comes. But we are going on our Alpine coaster at 2:30, so it means that I will only be able to wash up after 2:30. So it's gonna be a very itchy day, but we'll try and make the best out of it. Good evening. Welcome back to our cozy little room. It's 8:35 p.m. We decided to end our day a little bit earlier because it has been a very, very tiring day. We began at 5:30 in the morning, and we have not really had a chance to rest until now. So we've done quite a bit today. We went for the Alpine coaster, we explored Sapa town, and we also managed to take some splendid drone footage over sunset, which credit to Tanya because she managed to find the place in record time, and we zoomed over and the sun only gave us about 5 to 10 minutes window before it fully set. So a pretty accomplished day. Tomorrow we'll be scaling Fansipan. We are not going to take the entire trekking journey. We'll be, of course, doing a little bit of climbing, but at the same time we will be taking the transport available as well. So early day tomorrow, and that's all for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning guys. Just want to show you guys how the view from our room looks like. It's pretty breathtaking. This is how it looks like. And in fact, the train is just passing by over there. And hopefully these clear skies continue, and then we can do some drone flying and also have a very great view on top of Fansipan. Good afternoon guys, so it's currently 12:03. We're having our lunch now at this little food establishment. It's like a short 2 to 3 minute walk from our hotel. We have checked out already, and they serve different forms of beef in the sense of different cuts of it, and it's all cooked together with the noodle soup, which is pho in general. So I don't know how it will taste. Interested to find out. And after this we'll head over to the city just to have another walk around. It's on Sunday today, so perhaps there will be some activities as well. Then after that, in the afternoon, we'll be heading up to Fansipan. Yeah. Hi guys, so I just finished doing our slide, and how do you find it?
Fun.
Fun, right? I think overall we had 4 thrice, or rather 4 what do you call them?
4 slides, right?
Yeah, 4 rides, because the last one was for us to hold our bags and come down. So that was pretty fun. In total we paid about 120,000 per person. So 240,000 in total. Yeah, I'll recommend this thing. Welcome to the cable car. En route to Fansipan right now. We took around a 45-minute trek all the way up from the city center, and we did take a break in the middle just to play the slide. But to our surprise, when we arrived at the Fansipan entrance, it mentioned that the last train was at 2:30. So Tanya and I had to leg it all the way from the entrance to this cable car. And I don't know whether it is indeed the last cable car, but that 300-meter dash was absolutely crazy. But either way, happy to be on this. If not, we will not get a chance anymore because we leave tonight. So let's see how it goes. Xin chào everybody! So we have successfully conquered the Fansipan Peak. We arrived at the cable station at around 3 PM and we had 1 hour to climb all the way up to the summit at 3142 meters or 3140 meters. I am totally out of breath, but we managed to catch some glimpses of the Buddha. We managed to catch some great photos with the Vietnam flag, and even though they didn't get to fly the drone here, but I think this is something that's really very pretty. So we have got 7 more minutes to descend and climb back to the little cable car station to go back home or to go back down. So it's an afternoon of dashing. Hello and welcome back to Hanoi. So we arrived back here via the bus at around 4 and now it's currently already 5:20 AM. We have dropped our bags off at the hotel, had a quick refresher, and now we're gonna get pho for breakfast because that's the only thing that's open at 5:30. This time round the sleeper bus is a lot better because it comes in a cabin form. And it's not really that much more expensive as compared to the original transport that only had the recliner shared seats on our way to Sapa. So it's gonna be a full day of much food, and let's go! In any case, because it is this early, I have realized that my auditory sensors have not been inflamed with horns from motorbikes or even the trucks. So this is pretty calming of a Hanoi morning to spend, which is not something you can say for any other part of the day. Hi guys, so we have just dropped Tanya off at her nail salon and I've got about 2 hours to kill by myself before going back to meet her. The rain had just stopped, so ideally let's just hope that it doesn't start again for these 2 hours. If not, I'll be stranded somewhere and I might just find a cafe or maybe even a place serving some craft beer just to spend some me time alone before going back. So let's just see how it goes. 2 hours to kill. Let's go. I realized that I should also mention that because I don't have data, I can't go very far. Or let's say I do end up wandering and get lost, I don't know how to go back then. We're in for a treat. Hi guys, so I'm all done with my haircut. I didn't think it would take this long because typically in Singapore and also let's say Johor Bahru, when you mention that you like to wash your hair as well after you cut it for guys, they'll just shampoo your hair, then blow dry your hair and send you along on your way. But what I did realize was that for the extra 90,000 dong that I paid, which is perhaps around $4.50, they're about Sing dollars, they gave me almost a half hour long of shampooing and massaging of both like my head, my scalp, my shoulders as well, and all of that was coupled with a haircut, which means that the entire thing took about an hour long. Thankfully Tanya is not done with her manicure yet, so I get to enjoy this beer over here at a craft brewery. And after this, perhaps once she's done, I'll head over and find her and we'll go for lunch before eventually checking in at the hotel and maybe getting a break, because it has been a really long day and we started walking around Hanoi's old town at 5 a.m. this morning. So during the haircut I was falling asleep. I'm a little bit more refreshed now because of the amount of time that I got to lie down while she was washing my hair and giving me a massage, so I'm a bit more refreshed. But perhaps we'll have an early night tonight as well. Hello. So Tanya and I have spent around 2 hours after checking in into our room, sleeping, napping, and now we are much more refreshed. And we're going to a massage before we head for dinner. This massage, the same one that we did earlier on before we left for Sapa, is by the visually impaired, and we're looking forward to it because it was very good the first time round, and I expect the second round to be very much the same as well. So fingers crossed, let's go! And so we are done with our massage. I think this time round is not as good as the first time round because I opted for the non-oil and acupuncture point one, which kind of hurts a lot more than the traditional oil massage. But overall I still think it's still very good for both the price point and also from the experience point of view. I think I'll still rate it like maybe like top 5 massages I ever had. So yeah, would definitely recommend this place. Good morning, good morning. It is a bright and sunny morning, and the morning traffic is absolutely crazy. Welcome to the last day of us spending time here in Hanoi. We'll be flying off at noon later, and honestly this trip has been really surprisingly good because I've never been to Vietnam before, and the different destinations have gotten me interested in different things and appreciative of different things. Like for Hanoi, it was definitely the food, and also the unique experience into getting a massage by a visually impaired person. Then for Hanoi, no, Ho Chi Minh, no, not Ho Chi Minh, Halong Bay. Halong Bay was a really cool place because it was cool to see so much of nature and for it to be recognized in the UNESCO World Heritage. I believe it's well deserved. I would not recommend spending a night there. Just a day trip would do, because honestly the sunset is not as fantastic as I envisioned it to be, or perhaps that people have hyped it up for me and I think it didn't live up to my expectations. And lastly, also going to Sapa was the first time that Tanya and I ever went to somewhere that foggy and misty other than Genting Highlands. And even though the weather wasn't the best for the most part, I think whenever these clouds and also the fog did clear, we did get pretty good views of the attractions and the scenery there. So I got bitten a lot by mosquitoes over there, but no regrets. I think the views and the drone shots and everything were all very pretty, and yeah, one of the best destinations I guess in Southeast Asia. So we're gonna walk towards our breakfast location. Gonna have a simple light one before heading to the airport, and this will be the last video of me talking in this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.